You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey, Bold and the Beautiful fans, we've got Thomas Forrester back in LA in early September, and Annika Noelle, the actress who plays Hope Logan, dropped a hint that we could indeed get a Thopee reunion. It's Belinda from Soap Dirt, and we're going to discuss the Hope and Thomas reunion that fans want, and it seems like Annika Noelle may want it as well. And please hit that subscribe button if you're not already following us. So ever since the news broke that Matt Atkinson's back to Bold and the Beautiful in just a few weeks, I've been kind of skeptical. You guys know it if you listen here often. Not because I don't like Thomas, but because I'm worried Brad Bell is hyping up something that is not going to really manifest. Like when he brought back Ashleigh Brewer as Ivy Forrester and made a big deal of it in 2024, if you remember. And then she stayed, like 2, maybe 3 episodes, if you remember. She had lunch with Liam, talked about still loving him, missed him, kissed him, then poof, she vanished. And then they got us excited again. Ooh, Ivy's back as part of the jewelry line. And guess what? We barely see her and haven't seen her with Liam at all. Instead, Ivy was back basically as a tool to introduce Elektra to be Will's girlfriend while she was getting stalked, and Ivy just evaporated. And remember, they brought back Darren Brooks for 1 episode just to write Wyatt Spencer out for good. So for those and many other reasons, I don't have a lot of faith in Brad Bell about this Thomas return. So that's why when I saw Annika Noelle's post about Matt Atkinson coming back, I actually started to get excited. Bold and the Beautiful has not confirmed if Thomas is back for a minute, for a while, or forever, but they did have Matt Atkinson promoting his return in a way that teases a long-term comeback. They showed him on this deck on the back area of the shooting stage where Bold and the Beautiful has moved to at the new sound stage, and he was playing cornhole. He threw 1 beanbag and missed, and then he threw a second and got a cornhole, and the Thomas actor captioned the post, "Second time's the charm." And I don't think it was just about the beanbag game. That sure sounds to me like Matt Atkinson's second debut as Thomas is a big deal. Thankfully, we also have reason to be hopeful because Annika Noelle posted a story on her Instagram that was a nice little tribute to the past of her and Thomas, and obviously to get people excited about Matt Atkinson coming back. One of the scenes was Hope hugging Douglas with Thomas standing there very close to Hope with his arm around Douglas. And that also points to the return of Henry Samiri as Douglas Forrester, but we've not heard a firm word on that yet. Thomas, Hope, and Douglas looked like a picture-perfect happy family in the scene that Annika chose. So that points to Douglas coming home with Thomas, which would be a positive sign of a long-term comeback. Also, it's unclear whether Paris comes back with Thomas and Douglas or if it's just father and son by themselves. Diamond White, who plays Paris, has been really, really busy with other projects and has not hinted at all that she's coming back. So if Thomas is back to stay, I do suspect Paris either won't return at all or she does a drive-by as part of a Thomas and Paris breakup story. Because last we knew, Thomas was still engaged to Paris and they were living in France, raising his son, but they were planning to get married at the Forrester mansion before returning to France, and then that never manifested either. So hopefully Thomas and Paris aren't coming back for just a few episodes to get married and leave Bold and the Beautiful for good. Kind of feels like that's not what we're going to see, though, based on Matt Atkinson and Annika Noelle's Insta posts about his return. With her posting a sweet family photo of Thomas, Hope, and Douglas, that to me is giving Thopee reunion vibes in a big way. Plus, although Hope is engaged to Carter, their relationship is not solid by any means. First, because Hope had totally lost faith in Carter over him giving Forrester Creations back to its rightful owners without giving her a heads up. She was steamed about that. Second, because Daphne Rose, the perfumer, has been sniffing around Carter and is totally desperate to make him her man, and Hope knows it. Third, because Liam's gonna live, Daphne may get in Carter's ear and shake his confidence in Hope while she's trying to steal him away for herself. So Thomas isn't back for a few more weeks. He's back, the actor's back shooting, but there's that 4 to 6 week tape to air delay. So a lot could change in her life by then. Even if Hope is still engaged to Carter by the time Thomas comes back, she might break things off to reunite with her ex because of one thing in particular. Hope always said she wanted a one-woman man, and that was definitely not Liam, not ever, not for a minute. He's a waffle boy. But Thomas never looked at another woman when they were together, and he only got with Paris after Hope broke his heart when she rejected his marriage proposal for a second time. Meanwhile, Carter was kissing Daphne not that long ago, and Hope saw it, so he's not been totally faithful or a one-woman man. With Thomas back and looking better than ever, Carter could lose his lady, but at least he's got a fallback girl with Daphne. With Thomas's return, it also puts Hope in a position she's never been in, to have 3 guys in her orbit: Carter, Liam, and Thomas. Hope loves each of them in different ways, and I've said for a while now that I definitely do not think Hope and Carter are endgame. And while Liam definitely loves Hope, he did push her at Carter. And we also have Ivy waiting in the wings, still in love with Liam. And she was talking about him the other day. She still wants to reunite with him. So Ivy and Liam could well spark. Carter might wind up with Daphne, and that leaves Hope single and ready to mingle with Thomas, the man she said made her feel things she has never felt before. Remember the first time they got busy? She didn't leave his bed for a full day and a half. Remember, Brooke even walked in on them. Who does that? That was so weird. So, bottom line, Hope may not be able to stop herself from being drawn to Thomas. After all, Hope was absolutely devastated when Thomas left LA after Hope turned down marriage proposal number 2 because she just wasn't ready for marriage, but Thomas was. And then, of course, Hope was heartbroken when Thomas got engaged to Paris, and she even asked him to call it off and come back to her. So if Thomas comes back to LA single, I think it might only be a matter of time before Hope and Thomas end up back together. I am here for it if they do. I'm a big Thopee shipper. One thing's for sure, Thomas's return is going to shake up Hope's life. And with Annika Noelle's recent Insta post looking like a tribute to loved up Hope, Thomas, and their son Douglas, maybe she was giving us a sneak peek at what's ahead. Let's hope so.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.